Oh, time for an update with my girl Luna, hanging out with me. This little cutie. Oh, there's Frenchie in the back. So, how are you doing? I have been doing my normal thing, and there hasn't really been any changes. Not to my weight, and not to my waist. It's just, my body's just hanging on. I know the common term is stall city. I like to call it a plateau. Stall city is, I don't know if I mean, obviously some would say I'm there, but it's a plateau. And that's kind of the confusing message that is going around right now is some people are saying you need to eat a lot of calories, eat an abundance, like overeat, like eat so many carbs. As long as it's not fat, there's no fat, you're good. And then others are saying, like my friend Chris from The Fabulous Body, that calories do matter and you need to eat in a deficit. And it's a little confusing. And then there's Lauren Loves Carbs, who talks about healing and how she actually said it took 2 years for her to heal eating high carbs. 2 years. Do I have the patience for 2 years? Oh my goodness. I don't know. I need, and I'm gonna call more people out. Sweet Truckin', you know how he says, I don't have the patience for a slow weight loss, and I can relate to that. But I'm not sure if doing an extreme sugar water V8 thing is good for my body either. It seems to be working for him, but as a woman, I'm not sure if that's really good for us and our hormones. So, and coming from restriction, I really don't want to go back there. I don't want to trigger a binge cycle or anything like that. So for now, I'm just hanging out here on this plateau. I have a vacation coming up. We're going to be traveling to the Edmonton area to visit family, and it should be really fun. We're going to camp and everything. So yeah, it might be okay. I can revisit this more when I'm back. While on vacation, I'm definitely going to be sticking to this way of eating as best as possible because I just feel so good, and I just like how I feel despite the weight not budging. The other thing I dealt with the past few days is I overdid the coffee. I think I tend to indulge a lot, or binge, or whatever you want to call it. I kind of have an addictive personality with some things, and I went nuts on the coffee to where I was just drinking too much, and I was getting massive anxiety and shakes and heart palpitations and pounding, and couldn't sleep, and I was just chugging the coffee, and it was really good, like sweet sugary coffee too, and I think that makes it really yummy, and that sugar combined with the caffeine, I was flying high. It was like a drug for me. I was drinking my drugs. But then I had a realization today. I'm like, I'm blaming the coffee, and I even cut it out. I haven't had coffee in 2 days. And I was like blaming the coffee. I was like, coffee's so bad. It's so evil. I can't, it's bad for you, blah, blah, blah. But really, I think it's me. It's my environment. It's not the coffee. In fact, I think coffee's great in moderation. And looking at why I wanted to do that, why I wanted to pound maybe a pot of coffee in a few hours, is because of my environment, my situation, and work was stressing me out. I was just under a lot of pressure, deadlines, and the coffee just helped me feel like I could focus and get it all done. When in reality, it just caused me a lot of breakdowns. Like sitting at my desk being like, I can't do this. I'm so stressed. I just want to cry. I want to run away. So yeah, it did not help me get a hold of the situation, that extra caffeine. But it's not the caffeine's fault. If I was living a peaceful life, like let's say like I'm out here in the forest, like I could, if I was just relaxing out here, I don't think I would want to drink a whole pot of coffee. I would be okay with my 1 cup. So I have to address the issue, and that's my work-life balance. So I'm working for yourself. You don't get paid vacation. You just have to work a little bit harder that month to take time off, or just suffer the loss of finances. So I think that's where the pressure is really coming from is, I'm taking a week off. That means I've got to fit that week of work somewhere else in this leading up to it. So in general, I have to say I wish society was built differently. I would like to see it where humans did not have to spend so many hours working, or had the freedom to work on things they're passionate about, and that everything would just make money for them, like whatever your passion is, I hope that everyone could make money off of it. Like that you could make up money off what you like to do. Or not even money, because money is just made up construct to exchange good in this world, but exchange goods, but just be able to survive and thrive and live, because we don't really need money to do that necessarily. Anyway, random thoughts, but it's those bugs they found me. It's hard not to feel trapped sometimes, but that's not diet related. But this channel, or why I'm on here, is not just diet related. That's why I didn't put sugar in my name. This is something I really am committed to do, lose weight, but there'll be other things too that I want to talk about. But I am thinking this weight loss is going to be a more long-term endeavor. So buckle up. And I've got to practice patience. Maybe that's a lesson. Okay, they found me. I'm going inside. All right, bye. Thanks for tuning in.